Is it Margarita? But how can it be? Oh! That was scary. That witch's ghost nearly found me.
You wouldn't live long out there. But you won't stop until you get caught.
Leave me alone, Shorty. Sometimes nothing's better than a moonlit stroll. This isn't some sort of joke, is it? You're not just trying to scare me.
You're acting strange. Are you all right?
Her presence has faded. It seems the witch has passed.
Really? Then let's go. Sorry for coming so late. Thanks, Lilith. Oh, sure. I'm sorry I'm so out of it. We both better go to sleep early. I'm going straight to bed. Gav, did I really come here today?
If you're joking around, you're not funny. Snap out of it. Come on.
Ready to go!
What an unusual experience.
You don't believe me?
It's quite a tale, but I cannot dismiss it. I believe that you believe it.
I thought it could have been a dream too, but I have the grimoires from my dreams. And I can use the magic inscribed in them, even though you haven't taught them.
Are you sure you didn't learn it from the Magical Society before you came here?
You're the first person to teach me runes.
Quite an interesting story.
Advocat, have you been spying as a rat again?
Your trap positioning is exquisite. It was a nuisance even to me.
Miss Lilith, allow me to introduce you to...
I know. Mr. Advocat.
Is that so? I know you have some ideas regarding her testimony. Whether she is trying to trick you or just delusional, you should make sure. Lilith Blan, if your story is true, then you must know about me.
You are an instructor and a devil.
You said you defended against a swarm of imps. Then let us see.
This could be trouble.
Okay, fine. Okay.
What if I try...
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Come on, think!
You want something? An easy task.
Look sharp! My familiars draw near.
You want something?
What if I try... Gather all the mana you can.
Okay, fine. You can do it. Okay, okay. 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 Okay, fine. Okay, okay. Okay, fine.
I'm counting on you.
It's all you. Okay, fine. Okay, okay. You can
Do it! Okay. Gather all the mana you can. Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Let's see. Elf, come forth. Okay, fine.
You want something?
It's all you.
Okay.
What to do?
You want something?
Okay, fine. Okay. Fairy,
Want something?
heed my call. What to do?
You want something? You want something?
Fairy, heed my
want
call.
You want something? You want something? You want something? You want something?
I'm here.
You want something?
What to do? Okay. I'm here. Okay, fine. I'm counting on you. Okay. I'm here. Stay on guard, everyone. I'm counting on you. Okay. Fairy, heed my call. Okay, fine. What to do? I'm here. Come on, think. I'm here.
Okay. You want something?
Okay. Make the way to the realm of death. Hades Gate. What if I try? Phantom, to my side. Okay, fine. What to do? Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's see. Wandering Shade. Ghost! Okay, fine. It's all you! I'm counting on you! It's all you! Get them! Wandering Shade. Ghost! What to do? You've got this! Hand down! Get them! You've got this! Come on, think! Wandering Shade. Ghost! Okay, fine. I'm counting on you! Hand down! Wandering Shade. Ghost! Phantom, to my side!
You want something?
What to do? Okay, fine. Phantom, to my side!
You want something?
Let's see.
You want something? Okay. An easy task.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. What if if I try? If we could just destroy that room. We can't afford to leave any rooms. What if I try? Stay on guard, everyone! Destroy the room.
That is only the first of many.
Get them! You've got this! Let's see. Phantom, to my side!
I swear by my soul, my lord.
What to do? Bring him down! You can do it!
I swear by my soul.
If we could just destroy that room.
Well, well, not bad at all.
I swear by my soul. I swear by my soul.
You've got this! Bring him down!
I swear by my soul.
They're here!
I swear
You've got
by my
this!
soul.
Get them! Bring him down! Get them!
I swear by my soul.
Impressive, but the end is a long ways yet.
What if I try? I'll need a lot of mana for this. Let's see. They're here! You've got this! Get them! Disable that room!
You're pretty good. How about this?
Stop right there, Advocate. We can judge the truth of her words now. There is no need for further tests.
I should have known better. It seems I got carried away.
How's that?
If Lilith Blan had jumped through time, she had to use the Philosopher's Stone.
Do not mention that stone, Advocate. I will investigate it on my own.
Giving that stone a name. You humans are humorous at times. Fine. If the Archmage's kin catch wind of this, our tower will not be a happy place.
The part of the story that bothers me is that the seal on the Archmage is broken.
You snuck into Miss Opalneria's room the night before the incident, Devil Teacher.
See, this is a bit of a problem. She knows that the object is in her room.
You told me the soul container was in there.
What are you up to? I told you not to concern yourself with Calveros.
A few words from a girl and I'm a bad guy? I'm not so foul as to stalk a taken soul. The quickest way to exonerate myself is to find the actual culprit.
Professor Gamble, I don't believe him.
You should never take a devil at his word, but he deserves the benefit of the doubt.
Lilith Blan, tomorrow come to see me. I shall teach you more about devils. And I will report my findings soon. Now excuse me.
Don't worry about him. He's here to teach. But just in case, take this charm. No forces from hell can harm its bearer. You'll be fine without it, but holding it may make you feel better.
I understand, Professor. I'll attend his lecture, even though I don't want to.
I can't just wait around. It's a little premature, but it can't be helped. If Calveros is somehow behind this tragedy, I must hasten my plans.
Let's do this!
You don't have to wave that silly charm. Where do kids learn this stuff? I'm not going to eat you, even if I had picante sauce and mild seasonings.
May I ask you something?
Of course! Answering ignorant questions is part of my job description. Please go on.
Were you summoned by Professor Gamel?
I was hoping for an original question. I would never belittle myself to be called to work for as cheap as those dregs. The only thing that can control me is the Lemegaton, a grimoire written by Solomon. With it, even you can become an archmage. I mean, you could summon any devil. But seeing as it is in my possession, without a pledge of soul, I serve no one.
So Professor Gamel sold his soul to a devil?
I am bound by client devil confidentiality from revealing if I even have a contract. Are you satisfied, student? Lilith Blum? Now take that sorcery grimoire. Let's begin instruction about an intensely fearful magic.
Dragons? There's no way a beginner like me can handle such a beast!
Stop wasting time talking and open the grimoire to summon their eggs. Dragons may be terrifying, but if you drop or crack the egg, it's over. See? As we speak, my dragon is about to hatch. Don't get bitten now.
Come on, you're up against me! What to do? Let's see. Dragon, arise! Dragon! Come on, think! What to do? What if I try... and emerge! The dragon hatched! Let's see. We'll see whose dragon comes out on top.
Eyes up! My dragon approaches.
Nice work, Logan. Come on, think. Demon, fulfill your contract. What if I try... do? I'm counting on you! You can do it! I'm counting on you! What to do? Come on, think! What if I try... Dragon, arise! Demon, fulfill your contract! What to do? Be careful! It's all you! Let's see. The dragon hatched! You can do it! It's all you! You can do it! It's all you! Stay alert! What if I try? Don't give up! It's all you! Let's see. It's all you! The dragon is asleep! Be careful! It's all you!
There we are! Magnificent!
Dragon, arise! Demon, fulfill your contract! Wandering shade, ghost! Come on, think! I'm counting on you! You can do it! If we could just destroy that room!
Oh! You've got promise, Lilith.
Wandering shade, ghost! What to do? I'm counting on you! What to do? It's all you! Wandering shade, ghost! What if I try? Let's see. Gather all the mana you can. What if I try? Wandering shade, ghost! Demon, fulfill your contract! What to do?
It's about time. It's about time.
You can do it! Phantom, to my side! Come on, think! Enemy I'm counting on you! We can't afford to leave any room!
Sure, this is your first time using sorcery. You're like Calvaros.
Can you tell me about him?
I'm not supposed to be concerned with him. Although, I wonder how his lion-headed apprentice feels about him being sealed.
Dr. Chartreuse was his apprentice? How's that?
Who are you? What are you doing here? This is Dr. Chartreuse's lab.
That's right. Since time rewound, I haven't actually met him yet.
Oh, you must be the new student Margarita was talking about. Lilith, was it? I'm...
Bartito Ballantyne, right?
What? How do you know me? We haven't met. Oh, so you've got a thing for me.
What? Of course not. You told me to remember. Why are you here?
I specialize in alchemy. I do whatever I can to help the doc with his research. Bartito, I need you to clean the broken distiller. Oh, who might you be?
Hi. I'm a new student, Lilith Blonde.
Oh, of course, I should have known. What can I do for you?
I'm writing a report about Calvaros, the great magician, for my own interest. I heard that you were his apprentice, so I wanted to ask you about him.
You're pretty nosy for a new girl. As an alchemist, I can't deny your desire for knowledge. He was a great teacher. Everyone's heard about how he created the Philosopher's Stone with Gamel and Luge. He was a great man, until he made a deal with Grimlet and became the Archmage. In the end, as you know, the other professors took him down.
I heard his soul was sealed away.
Did you? Grimlet wants his soul to seal the deal. Our seal prevents that. We still need him. He's the only one who knows where the Philosopher's Stone is.
Oh. Hello. Did I come at a bad time?
You're right on time. Go inside and wait. The Chimera's made a mess, but... Bartito, prepare the you-know-what. I'm sorry, dear, but I have work to do.
You were very helpful. Thank you so much. May I come attend your lecture tomorrow?
Of course. I'll see you there.
to go!
This world is ruled by inviolable laws. That is the truth of alchemy. We crystallize and create life that nature can organically replicate. Originally, alchemy required a complicated process with hundreds of syntheses. Luckily, now we can use a magic facility to accurately unify this process. Inscribed in the grimoire is our wisdom, the rune to summon this facility.
So by summoning the rune, I can create golems and homunculi?
Golems are specifically made to fight. They may be dangerous to handle. If you're not careful, you can get caught in their flames, and watch out for devils. Created lives are not of God's fate, thus seen as fragile and easy to manipulate. Oh, and one more thing. Fairies, who represent nature and wonder, don't like this artificial alchemy. Because nothing can break its rules, even though the fairies can decipher it. Remember that. Now let's go inside the laboratory. The ghosts are wandering again. Why does she always do this?
Is this because of Miss Oblinaria?
Can you lend me a hand? I don't need more broken equipment.
I have to help the professor! Okay, fine. Let's see. Okay.
You want something?
Come on, think! Okay, fine. What if I try...
You want something?
Elf! Come on!
Careful,
Want
Lilith.
something? You want something?
Elf! Come
You
forth!
want something?
Fairy, heed my call!
You want something? Want something?
What if I try... I'm here. Okay, fine. Good look. It's all me. I'm counting on you. Okay, fine. Sinful soul, skull mage.
You want something?
What if I try? I'm here. Unicorn, lend me your aid. Let's see. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay. What if I try? You can do it! I'm counting on you!
Not yet.
Sinful soul, skull mage, unicorn, lend me your aid. What to do? I'm here. Okay, fine. Okay. I'm counting on you. I'm here. Okay, fine. Let's see. Fairy, heed my call. Come on, think. My room! Okay, fine. Let's see. Okay, fine. Fairy, heed my call. I'm here. Unicorn, lend me your aid. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. You can do it! Okay, fine. What to do? Bob, you're up. What if I try? Okay, fine. I'm counting on you. Shoot, the room. It's all you.
You want something?
Come on, think. Pave the way to the spirit world. Fairy ring. Fairy, heed my call. What if I try? I'm here. Pave the way to the inferno. Hellgate! Incoming! Demon, fulfill your contract! You can do it! I'm counting on you! Fairy, heed my call. What to do? I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Okay, let's see. Okay, fine. Come on, think. Demon, fulfill your contract. I'm counting on you. You can do it. It's all you. I'm counting on you. You can do it. It's all you.
It's hard to believe you're a new student. Lilith, how on earth?
I'm counting on you. It's all you. I'm counting on you. Can't afford to leave any rooms. Destroy the room. It looks fine now, Dr. Chartreuse.
Thank you, Lilith. Well done.
Thanks, everyone. That's Miss Opalnaria. She's coming down this hall, which means she's going to see Dr. Chartreuse. I better hide.
I will not give it up. Sir Gamel and Lady Luge have planned this in secrecy. If it's successful, we can completely destroy the sleeping grimlet this time.
I have also heard how dangerous that method can be. Why must you do it?
Only I, Lady Luge's apprentice, can do this. I understand the danger.
So, this may be your last time. Is that why you came to visit him like this? Please stop it. You can't go through with this.
Hiram, calm down. Unforeseen circumstances have forced me to act. We must stop Grimlet. Return to your room, and forget we even spoke. You can keep a secret, right?
But what am I to do?
Calveros said Luge's apprentice defeated Grimlet. He must have meant Miss Opalnaria. But Bartito said she died too. Should I stop her? If Grimlet slept when the Archmage fell, why do they want to defeat him now? Who would break the Archmage's seal? The devil is suspicious, but... Today is the third night since the Archmage's awakening. Time's running out. Oh, is that you, Lilith? What are you muttering about in that corner? Ready to go! Do you believe me? Well, normally I would laugh it off. But you look too serious to be lying. Thank you. I'm just so worried. I hope nothing happens tomorrow. I don't want to die either. It sounds like the professors aren't very dependable. In the end, someone takes the container with Calveros' soul and releases him. Say, Lilith, what if we get there first and hide the container? How will we find it in that room guarded by all those runes? It's impossible. Miss Opalnaria uses necromancy, so she probably has strong ghosts in there.
Ghosts exist where they do not belong. They fear fairies who embody natural law.
Oh yeah, you learned that too, right? Actually, I secretly borrowed this grimoire from Professor Gamel yesterday. The Rune of the Star Spirit. Maybe together we can summon it. Miss Opalnaria is out there preparing her own secret plan. It's the perfect chance. Hurry, hurry! No one saw us, right? Margarita, look at that. It's such a horrifying ghost. That's Karen, the god of death, who ferries the souls of the dead to Hades. But against the bright star of dawn, none who dwell in the night can win. Now hurry and open the grimoire I gave you earlier. Summon the morning star! Okay, here we go! Okay. Come on, think! Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Jeez. I'll need a lot of mana for this. Come on, think!
It's about time.
What if I try... What to do? Hey! Are you okay, Lilith? Let's see. You can do it! What to do?
You want something?
Great Spirit! Morning Star! Shining Star. Come on, think! With the sunrise, I grant your wish. Demon, fulfill your contract!
It's about time. I shall.
You can do it! Okay, okay. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I grant your wish. I'm counting on you! You can do it! It's all you! I grant your wish. What if I try? Demon, fulfill your contract! Be careful! Let's see. Jeez. What to do? Yeah! Get them!
It's about time.
Pave the way to the realm of death. Hades Gate! What if I try?
It's about time.
Phantom, to my side! What if I try? Demon, fulfill your contract! Phantom, to my side!
It's about time.
What if I try? You can do it!
It's about time.
What to do? I'm counting on you! Don't give up! Be careful!
It's about time.
Let's see.
It's about time. It's about time. It's about time.
Don't give up! Let's see. And emerge!
It's about time. It's about time.
I'm counting on you! It's all you!
I shall obey. It's about time.
And emerge! What to do? Shining star. With the sunrise. With the sunrise. Phantom, to my side. What if I try? Demon, fulfill your contract.
Who summoned me?
Let's see. Pave the way to the spirit world. Fairy ring. I'm counting on you. Let's see. We can't let them keep summoning. Here goes the first one. But who knows how many are left?
I shall obey.
Fairy, heed my call. Phantom, to my side. What if I try? Fairy, heed my call. What to do?
It's about time.
What What if I try?
It's about time.
I'm counting on you.
I shall obey.
Okay, fine. Okay. Come on, think.
It's about time. It's about time.
I'm counting on you.
It's about time.
What if I try?
I swear by my soul. I swear by my soul.
Let's see. Okay. What to do? You're here! It's all you! I'm counting on you! It's two. Keep it up, Lilith. Carol! It's all you! Oh, this is amazing! Yay! We did it! I didn't think this would go so well. When I tried to make that rune myself, it didn't go quite right. Either way, it seems like more are coming. Let's take the soul and get out of here. I'm sorry, Professor.
Who's there? What are you doing here? You're the new student.
Well, you see, Margarita, what should we do?
Margarita? What do you think you're doing? Do you have any idea what you've got?
Damn, this is getting too complicated. Shirley, please?
What? Poison!
You didn't kill him, did you?
The poison was weak as you instructed. He might be out for a while, but
Oh, he's just sleeping then. Good.
your naivete will only lead to failure. Now hurry and break the seal.
The seal? Why? Margarita. I'm sorry, Lilith. I'm so sorry. I'm with Master Calveros. I was sent to this tower in order to rescue his soul. No, you can't. If you release him, you'll be killed. I told you.
Let's kill them. We lose favor with the Master because you want to save them.
No, it's not right. Stop it, please. Sorry, Lilith. I'm scared of dying. Unless I do this, I'll be burned at the stake.
There's no time to squander. Hurry up to the room.
Forgive me for one other thing. I might mess up your room. Shirley, put her out. No, Margarita. Ready to go.
Wake up! Are you alright?
It's cold. Where am I?
You're awake. It seems we've been lying there for a while. Now I must go tell the professors about what you and Margarita were up to.
We must get the container back from Margarita. She's going to break the seal.
This is terrible. We must alert the professors immediately. Miss Opalnaria never returned. Could yesterday's plan have... Let's go see Professor Gamble. Miss Opalnaria should be there too.
There are runes all over the tower. Will it be the same as 5 days ago? Calvaros' seal will break, and then...
Something is in the halls. I can feel it. We have to fight our way through.
I have to be strong.
You want something?
Come on, think! Dragon, arise! Let's see.
You want something?
Elf, come forth!
You want something?
What to do?
You want something?
The dragon hatched!
Stay on guard. The enemy's all around us.
Okay. What if I try... Spirits, hearken to me! Wicca! Okay, fine. Okay, fine. We can't let them keep summoning. You can do it! Come on, think!
You want something? Okay.
What if I try...
You want something?
What to do?
You want something?
Come on, think! Elf, come
You
forth!
want something?
Fairy,
You want something?
heed
You
my
want something?
call! I'm here! I'm here! I'm here! What to do? You can do it!
You want something?
What if I try... Destroy the room!
Your name is Lilith, correct? Nicely done. I'll have to keep up.
Come on, everyone! I'm here! What to do? Take the way to the realm of death! Hades Gate! What if I try... Stay on guard, everyone! What if I try... Let's see. There are runes all over the tower. if I try... Harvest some mana for me? Dragon, arise!
You want something?
Come on, think! Spirits, hearken to me! Wicca!
You want something?
Okay, fine. You've got this!
Stay on guard. The enemy's all around us.
You want something?
Let's see.
Okay. You want something?
What to do?
You want something?
The dragon is asleep! Come on, think! Okay, fine. You can do it! Okay, fine.
Okay.
What to do? Elf, come forth!
You want something?
I'm counting on you! You can do it! Okay, fine. What to do? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. If we could just destroy that room. Okay, fine. Okay. It's all you. Don't give up. Be careful. Dragon, arise! Destroy the room. Get them. You've got
Your name is Lilith, correct? Nicely done. I'll have to keep up.
You can do it! Elf, come forth!
Want something? Want something? You want something? You want something? You want something?
Let's see. Fairy, heed my call. Bandit, to my side. Let's see. What if I try?
You want something?
Okay, fine.
You want something?
Okay, fine. It's all you! You've got this! What if I try? It's all you! I'm counting on you! The dragon is asleep! Bandit, to my side! Fairy, heed my call!
You want something?
What to do? Okay, fine. You've got this! Okay, fine. Okay. What if I try? I'm counting on you! Let's see. You can do it! I'm counting on you! Okay, fine. Okay. Phantom, to my side. Fairy, heed my call. Stay on guard, everyone. What to do? Get them! Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
You want something?
What if I try?
I swear by my soul.
Fairy, heed my call. Phantom, to my side. Come on, think. Wandering shade, ghost. What if I try? I'll need a lot of mana for this. Wandering shade, ghost.
I swear by my soul.
What to do? I'm counting on you. Destroy the room.
Is she really just a student?
Disable that room.
Impressive. I'm barely even standing.
Dragon, arise! Come on, think.
Okay.
Fairy, heed my call. I'm counting on you. The dragon is asleep. Nice work, Malkin.
You want something?
What to do?
You want something?
Nice work, Malkin. We'll see whose dragon comes out on top. I'm counting on you. Dragon! It's all you! You can do it! I'm counting on you!
You want something?
Come on, think! Thank you, Grimalkin! It's all you! Phantom, to my side! Please, hurry! What to do? Get them! Stop them! Please! What if I try? Oh no! Gaius!
I swear by my soul.
What if I try? The dragon is asleep! Let's see. Wandering shade. Ghost! What to do? You can do it! The dragon is asleep! What to do?
You want something? I'll do my best.
Let's see. Phantom, to my side. Unicorn, lend me your aid. Let's see. to do.
It's my honor.
You can do it! I'm counting on you! It's all you! I'm counting on you! It's all you! One more to go! I'm counting on you!
I swear by my soul.
It's all you! You can do it! Hero!
I'm ashamed. I can't move anymore. Go on without me.
I can't do that. I'll gather some elves to heal your wounds.
More forces are piling in. You'd best leave that alone and run away.
Please help us, Mr. Advocate.
When all is lost, you come to me for help. Shouldn't you be begging the man upstairs?
So, you reveal your true nature, devil.
Now you, come with me over here.
Ah! I actually did it.
Is there something wrong, Lilith Blan?
Why did you leave Hiram to die?
How rude! I saved you free of charge. That young man wouldn't have lived anyway.
You mean everyone?
Yes, they're all dead. It's unfortunate. But it wasn't Calvaros who did it.
You devil! Why didn't you save them?
As you just said, I am a devil. I really can't help that.
Let go of me, Grimlet! I'm not done yet! Once I regain the Philosopher's Stone! Your life is over, and our deal is done. Your soul shall be payment for my work. I guess I was saved, Mephistopheles. Were you the one who foiled her plan?
I haven't used that name in a long time. I go by Advocate now. It's low-key. And you're wrong, by the way. It's no fun when devils help each other out. Opalneria failed on her own. Gamel heard this girl's tale and hastened the preparation. The rune wasn't complete. That defective magic would have killed them all. Were it successful, anyway.
How foolish. Magic to destroy a devil. Do they hope to erase all evil?
Gamel Door, it seems I lost the bet. You never came to me for help.
He can no longer hear you. This annoying old man is already under my control. Until my powers fully return, I shall use this old body as a host and consume it. I am glad that you didn't turn against me. As you wished, I left that girl for last. But it's over. I assume you have no complaints of me eating that girl?
Please, please help me.
Of course, do as you wish. Though it is almost time for the bell to ring.
What about the bell?
Lilith Blan, think about it. When you return, think hard about what to do.
Mr. Advocate?